This was the tale thus far.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't want to do this, but I can't stay here forever. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, Maya. I have to kill it!
And now, the story continues.
Welcome, comrades. It's IceWOlfGem here, and today we're going to be continuing playing Danganronpa H2O, Episode 1, Chapter Part 2. Head above water. So as you can tell that we finished the second part. Well, actually we finished the first part of this chapter. Now we're on the second part. Isn't that right, kitty? We're on the class trial now. You didn't help me with the class trial. My guy here is trying to give me company. Don't you dare show your butt. Me. I'm not kidding, there is a cat over here. She's just being hard to get. See? Here's the cat. Okay. Angel. Okay. You ready to go back on now? Okay. There you go. She's going straight back to bed. Alright, let's continue where we left off. Episode 1, Part 2. Head above water. I stared at her as the corpse floated gracefully in the water. That corpse, of course, used to be my friend Mari. The way her body dressed among makes her look alive. What the? Ah! What the? Is that Mari? Oh no. No, what's going on? A few more people rushed in the room. Oh my word. My poor Ophelia. Our sweet, sweet Mari. What's going on? Oh no, is she okay? Did something happen to Mari? Oh no. Another group arrives. What is going on in here? Uh-oh. What? Someone actually died? Mari? Is there a chance she's still alive? There's no way. I can tell she's been here for a while. She was dead by the time I found her. Hey, aren't we missing some people? You're right, we're missing Tamako and August. Don't worry, she's right here. Is that blood? Is that Mari? What's going on? Mari's dead. That's what's going on. Mari is dead in that tank, and there's nothing we can do to bring her back. We're never going to eat her breakfast again. We're never going to talk to her again. We're never going to see that smile again. I'm sorry, Maya. But what now? What do we do that now she's dead? You investigate! Huh? Remember, you guys gotta have a class trial. If you don't guess the culprit, you all die and then get to go free. Oh yeah, I guess you didn't mention that when we first got here. Well, now it's time to get ready. You have some time to investigate before the trial, so I guess you get it. Investigate? So we really have to do this. And we have to figure out who it is or we die? I guess we should start investigating. I guess. Okay, Maya, get it together. Do it for Marie. Alright, time to investigate. Hey Maya, did you notice this huge blood stain? Yeah, it was one of the first things I noticed when I walked in. How do you think I got here? I love this theme! Nice! So yeah, we have our very first investigation in this fan making. I'm dying to see how the class trial turns out, so hopefully it's gonna be pretty interesting. So let's see what we're gonna get into. I bet Tamako tortured her or something before drowning her. I only took a bunch of her blood too for blood stuff. You think Tamako did it? How could I not? She was the last one to come, and she was covered in blood. I guess whatever happened, I bet the blood stain will help figure it out. A crayon blood stain added to the truth bullet. Hey Maya, I got something for you. I thought this can be good. I think you'll appreciate it a lot. It's the very first Kirakuma file. The what? The Kirakuma file. Take it. Kirakuma hands me a teller, which I then turned on. Inside it lists the details relating to Marie's death. Okay, hold on a second. The victim is Mari Fillet. The SHSL volunteer. The time of death was early in the morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Her body was discovered at 7 o'clock a.m. Wait, 7? That's before Victoria Comic and I found her. Didn't Hunter find her first? That's correct. In the Freedom Academy early semester, we have a somewhat loose definition of discovery. A body there isn't discovered until it is found by exactly 3 people. Once 3 people have seen it, physically, it has been discovered. And you know who the killer is, right? Of course! If I didn't, the trial wouldn't be very fair, right? Alright. That must mean there's some kind of surveillance system. I get back to the Karakuma file. The cause of death is unknown. Unknown? Well, I know it, but I just can't go around giving you spoilers. You have to figure it out for yourself. So does that mean the cause of death played some kind of part in revealing the killer? Rightio! Figuring out the cause of death is just one step in the road to finding the killer. Taking away a learning opportunity would make me a bad headmaster, would it not? So you left it out to make the trial more interesting. Right, back to the Karakuma file. Mori's body was found in the aquarium tank. That's it, we already know that. The only thing is, it's the time of death. Like I said, I can't tell you everything. Stupid frog bear. But still, it's really useful. Alright, let's take a look. Where? The water level lowered. Yeah, no kin in lowered. She had to get in somehow, and the only way to get in is the hatch you found. Look, it's gone exactly to the bottom of it, meaning water came out when it opened. Okay, so we know the hatch was open at some point to let the water out. Hey, 4, is there anything weird that you noticed? Leave me alone. Come on, aren't we all working together to the same thing? Necessarily, you might be the killer. Well, I'm not. Can you tell me anything? Fine, only because it's obvious. Then again, I guess it wouldn't be obvious for a dunce like you. Just spit it out already! Fine, you see her body from here. You can see her wounds. Her wounds? Where are you thinking all that blood is coming from, dunce? It's coming from her head. Look closely, her wound had various scratches and bruises, especially around her hands and legs. Does it mean there was a struggle? Congrats, Sherlock. You solved the mystery. Do you want your prize now? Lay off already. Is there anything else? Yes, as you can see, most of the blood is coming from her head. It seems like she suffered from some kind of head wound. It must have been pretty deep in order to draw that much blood. So she covered in small cuts and bruises, especially on her hands and legs, and then there was one big wound on her head. Thanks. Hey Maya, do you think you could look at the floor? Sure. Look at the floor to see... water? The hallway floor is covered with wet spots leading from the aquarium to the office. Someone might slip on that, you know. Kujo, I think you found a clue. Really? Nice! High five! I high five Kujo and continue investigating. So it's into the office. Oh yeah, it's so tragic. Yeah, Mary died so young. You know that? Check your trash can, huh? I look in the trash can. Wet paper. Not just any paper. That's the manga I was working on, and it's ruined. You can't even read it anymore. Who would do that? Ruin my manga and then throw it in the garbage. It's wet. This might be important. We need to find who did this and punish them. Alright. Alright. Wet paper. Let's see. So wet paper. The kitchen! She was working in the kitchen when all of this is going on. I so miss the Danganronpa music. I'm so glad that people recommended this fan game. But most importantly, this fan game is actually not bad! What was the deal with all the blood on Tamako? Yeah, that was pretty strange. Not only was she the last person to show up, she was covered in blood. And the weirdest part is that she pretended to be surprised by Mary's body, as if she didn't do it. Yeah, I guess she did act kind of surprised. Grief, what a weirdo. I'll be glad to see her punished. Some appearance added to the bullets. Hey, Ricardo. Hello, Maya. Don't you think this whole situation screams tragedy? To think we were promised escape, only for it to be taken from us. Oh yeah, Kirakuma presented the escape hatch as a motive. I wonder if we can still use it. Unfortunately not. I called with Kirakuma about that very thing, but received troubling news. Since the murder has occurred, the escape hatch is no longer a vital motive, so it has been permanently locked. So that means we can't escape anymore. It seems so. You just gave us two important clues. Okay, let's go in here. Classroom A. Hey Chet, have you noticed anything weird? Yeah, kinda. It's been going on for a while though. What is it? Well, for the past few days, I've noticed weird cuts and stuff showing up on me. Felicity showed me his arm in a row. That is pretty weird. Do you think it has anything to do with Murray? Maybe. Chance. Is she marking her victims? Ah! Hey! Hey Maya, who do you think ended up telling about the hatch? No, don't tell me it was her. Okay, so that means the hatch is a vault in this, probably. You tell anyone else? No. So that means the only people that knew where the hatches are you, me, and her. Or at least that's what we know of. Knowledge of the hatch. Now that is a good clue. I'm glad this editor of this game added some serious info on this. Because only 3 people knew about it, and no one else should. Okay, so that leaves the lounge and the library. Hey Hunter. Ah! Did I scare you? Whatever, I'm just a little shaky, ignore it. So you were the first person to find Mary, right? Yeah. Do you think you could tell me about what you saw? Yeah, alright. So I got up pretty early because I wanted to check on, you know, the thing. I actually went into the aquarium at around 6:45. I didn't think anyone would be there, but then I saw all of that. I immediately ran to wake everyone up, and you know the rest. Did you see anything strange, besides the body, I guess? If you mean suspicious, then yeah. I did see something pretty weird, or at least I think I did. What did you see? What was the killer? I mean, maybe. So when I saw the body and realized what it was, I kind of freaked out and pulled as fast as I could. But on the way out, I think I saw something out of the corner of my eye. What was it? Some kind of shadow hidden beneath the stairs that go up into the top part of the aquarium. So you might have seen the killer? Well, at the time, I thought it was my eyes playing tricks on me. I just saw a dead body, you know. It messes you up. So it was true, then at 30, someone was still in the aquarium. So 6:30. Let's check the library. Ah, hey. Hey Kenny, you have a good memory, right? Of course. What would it like me to remember? Do you remember the order of people who came in after the body? Uh-huh. So you want me to list that? Very well then. We were in the first group to discover the body, and that group was you, me, Miss Heister, and 4. After that came in Ricardo, Chet, Chaser, Leonardo, and Koji. I am assuming Hunter went door by door, meaning he got to the boys last, which is why the second group is mostly boys. Another group came... After that group came Kuna, Ash, Hunter, and Oliver. I'm assuming it took some extra persuasions for Hunter to get them to wake up. The final to arrive were August and Tamako. Okay, I think I got down. Thanks. Anytime. August? Body. I need to look at her. I need to find her. Hey, you guys are done investigating. Go through this door. Let's get some more. Okay, fine. Sorry. So those west lounges from here into here. Alright. Okay, we have all the information in here. Tamako and August were the last 2 that was there. So Tamako's room. Greetings, Maya. Look, you got the blood clean off. What the? On Tamako's floor is a scene of some kind of powerful ritual. The candles, chalk-drawn sigils, and blood splatter literally in the ground. I have to walk around all of it just to get around the room. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So what is this, some kind of ritual? Looks like it. It's weird. That girl is crazy, I tell ya. And that ain't even the worst of it. Check this out. Figure out produce a small bag inside our vitals of blood. Yeah, apparently that took quite a bit of Maria's blood after doing her off. That's disturbing. Amaka's room. So do you have some kind of explanation for yourself? Of course I was using the blood as a way to converse directly with Bayazala. Who? Bayazala, the king of the 7th layer of hell. I want to ask you for advice. So you're using the blood to perform demonic rituals to talk to... Yeah, it was ask for help finding the escape hatch. That's twisted. right? Ah, you showed up with Tamako, right? What's the deal with that? Yeah, it's a bit of a long story. So I woke up pretty early, so I decided to get something to snack up in the kitchen. Oh, on the way there, I heard someone coming. I figured to wait and see who it was. And lo and behold, it was Tamako. But there was one thing off. She was covered in blood. I decided to follow her and see what's going on. She goes into her room, but the weird thing is, she leaves her door open. So I watched for a while, trying to make sure she doesn't notice me. Eventually, I go in and confront her. I railed her for a while, asking about what she's doing and where the blood came from, but I don't get much. I guess that's around the time Hunter started getting people. He came to Tamago's room and saw us talking and told us to go to the aquarium. So he took Tamago with me, and that's where we rejoined the group. Let's see, so that means Tamago was doing this early in the morning. It doesn't exactly explain a lot. I think I found all the clues I needed. Unless... Maya's room. No. I think I found everything I need. Unless that's a clue. It's time for the class trial. Inside the middle door is a long dark hallway where everyone gathers. Karakuma leads us down the hallway to a door. He opens the door and we all begin to fly in. The room is a huge glass storm leaning out in the open sea where we can see fish swimming around us. Oh, we really are underwater, huh? This is way too creepy. It feels like it could crash in on us at any second. Alright, quit your yammering and get your places. There are spots for everyone. Y'all get one of the available spots, all in a circle. The moment the truth has finally arrived. We have to find Mari's killer or we all die. I'm ready. Whoa, I like this! A deadly lie. A deadly truth. A deadly trial. I'll take them all on. Trial start. Let's start with a basic explanation of the class trial. So your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. I love the cliff things. This creator took a great amount of time to actually make this. I love it. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the black one, and the one that decides everyone will graduate. So all we have to do is figure out who killed Mari. That's correct. I suggest we begin with the most obvious topic, the location where we found her body. But yeah, you're a lawyer, so I bet you're really good at this kind of thing. So we just gotta talk about where we found her body. Sounds easy enough. You're about to have your first non-stop debate. This will be a time where everyone will be discussing the murder, and you get to put in your input. Your cousin will present their arguments, and you will have the option to present certain pieces of evidence to refute them. If you notice something suspicious in the argument, refute it. If there's nothing wrong, proceed normally. You can only refute certain tests, so it's orange. Make sure you keep an eye on. Already prepare an argument. Okay, so I just have to look out for an end. This is right. This is so confusing. So obviously, Mari's body was found in the aquarium. Proceed. That much we can agree on. Well, I found. Proceed. So I guess we can assume she died. Oh, she was slightly killing the aquarium. I bet. No, that's wrong. Huh? You say she was murdered in a tank and left her. No, there was evidence that she saw otherwise. Evidence? What kind of evidence? The blood stains, the one on the ground floor in the aquarium. Oh yeah, it was pretty big. Are you saying it came from Mari? Where else would it come from? Where brings us to another question? What's the cause of death? The cause of death, that should be easy. The cause of death, okay, I need to think about what could have been. The cause of death, huh? That should be an easy one. I mean, there's not much it could have been, right? And then it was drowning. She was in a tank after all. No, proceed. Drowning like Ophelia, just like the tragedy of old. Tragedy of old? That sounds lame. How dare you say that? They see the foundation from our modern culture. Geez, don't you think you guys are getting off topic? Whoever she died, it probably has something to do with that blood stain. Man, I thought this would be easy. The cause of death, I'm not sure there's a possibility of bringing out. So the cause of death, huh? You know what I mean? It's dispute. No, that's wrong! Wait, it's not drowning? No. And the proof is right on her body. Her wounds. What wounds? I didn't see any wounds. Didn't you look at her body? Well, not really. Corpses are gross. Anyway, Mari's body was covered in all kinds of bruises and scratches, especially on her hands and legs. Plus, there was one huge wound on her head. That's where that big cloud of blood came from. So where did that big blood splatter come from? Where did it come from? Let's see. Her head. It came from that wound on her head, of course. It's not like the original games, but I'm kind of glad it actually explains the class trial and the damages. So, this is actually not a bad game. Keep it up. I agree that much blood could only come from one possible wound we saw on her body, which would be the only one on her head. So she hit her head. Is that how she died? So it seems obvious that she was hit on the head, which is where that blood came from, but we can't rule out the possibility of drowning. Then what if she was drowned and then she got hit on the head? Drowned and then her corpse getting injured, is that possible? No, it's just not possible. Why is it impossible? The only look on the ground floor was blood. If she had drowned first, her body would have soaked wet. Yeah, there was a bunch of blood, but I didn't see any water. So that means she was killed outside of the tank and then shoved inside. That's what it sounds like. So we just need to figure out what happened that caused that injury, right? Exactly. I say we discussed the murder method, and hopefully we'll uncover some new information. Okay, uncover the murder method. I'm back! To announce that the debate will feature something new that hasn't been in the previous one. You'll have the ability to agree with someone. I understand that. So we have to agree with someone. Okay. The method of the murder, so we just gotta figure out how she got killed. And Elizabeth, the cause of the injury was blunt force. That's true. So it's blunt force trauma. And we need to figure out the weapon. It was a hammer? Hammers are super blunt. No. What if there was no weapons, but something much more unique? What is that supposed to mean? What if the weapon was part of the room itself? Agreed! You agree with me? Looks like the gods are smiling down on me today. Don't let it get to your head, Ricardo. Anyway, I agree that she was killed by the room itself, specifically the floor. The floor? What are you saying? She was pushed. Something happened on the upper part of the aquarium, and it ended up with her falling to the ground level and hitting her head. If she was shoved hard enough, it would have enough force to crack her skull open. And you say she was covered in scratches and stuff, right? It must have been from the fall or any kind of fight beforehand. So she must have fought her off? But they gained the upper hand. So they threw her off the ledge and it smashed her skull. And then they put her body in the water? Exactly. But why doesn't it make any sense? Maybe they were trying to hide the cause of death? Maybe it looked like an accident or something? But since they threw her body in, we couldn't really get to it. If we had access to it, we could have been able to check it out more closely. I mean, we've already gotten pretty distracted with the whole cause of death thing anyway. So the killer is basically wasting our time? That's crazy! So we know how she died for sure, right? I think we at least have a good idea of what happened. So what we know is discuss. I'd say we talk about the most suspicious person in the room. Oh yeah, her. Suspicious. Do we already have a suspect? Yes, Tamako, it's you. You're the suspect. Looks like we're about to start talking about Tamako. I need to pay attention to everyone when people are the same. I'm not suspect. Why am I suspect? Are you for real? You've only been crying with blood all over your clothes. That is true. So what? Everyone gets a little bloody every once in a while. Are you serious? I bet she killed Marie so she can use her blood for creepy demon stuff. Their accusations are so harsh. I'm no killer. There's no way I kill Marie. Yeah, right. Yeah, I need to think. Why am I so suspect? Well, that is true. You walked into the aquarium with blood all over your clothes. So everyone gets a little serious. I bet she killed Marie. She should just proceed. This is actually a little hard. Well, let's try this one. Okay, so I have to agree. Okay, so it's the agree one. Ah! Wrong button! Okay, so I have to agree with him? Agree. That's true, she was doing weird demon stuff. Oh, that's right! If you went in the... Okay, I see now. On the floor with candles, symbolizing a bloodstains. Bloodstains? What could she possibly have been doing? Well, she told me she was trying to talk to a demon named Biazelo. Biazelo? What a ridiculous name. How do you think ill of him? He is an elder demon that could smite you where you stand. Oh jeez. I was trying to ask him for advice on finding the escape hatch. Oh yeah, the escape hatch. Whatever did that thing? It's a rigging of the chaos case of it all. Oh yeah, Maya, should we tell them? About what? Were you to hide something about the case? Please see, we knew where it is, and so did Murray. Yeah, that. I found out, so I told Maya, and then she told Murray. And you didn't use it? I figured we should get Murray to use it, since I trust her to get help if she got out. But then that happened. So there was the escape hatch anyway? Can we still get out? It's at the bottom of the aquarium. We cannot get out anymore. Apparently it's been locked. That's right! Since someone died, we don't need the motive anymore. So it's been locked tight. So we lost our chance to escape and someone died instead? This is your fault, you know that, right? If you had just used it, maybe we could have gotten help by now. Maybe Murray wouldn't be dead. Don't you understand the urgency of this situation? If you find an escape hatch, you use it. Now we've lost our chance at reaching the outside world and someone is dead. I'm sorry. Sorry isn't gonna cut it. What are we gonna do? I don't know. Stop crying and play the victim. I need some responsibility. Hey, lay off. What? Instead of blaming each other for this, why don't we get back to discussing the murder? Now Ash, shut up. Maya, stop crying. Obviously this isn't your fault. Unless you're the one that cracked your skull open. You're right. Sorry, I'm getting all emotional. Now I'm starting to like Four. I think Four and I are going to get along each other really nice. Just forget about it. Let's get back to Tamako. So, did you get the blood from Murray's? From Murray? Huh? Of course not. Are you seriously still trying to play innocent? I'm serious. The blood isn't from Murray. Then where is it from? Well, you see, it's if I spill active secrets to mortals like you. The origin of the blood is a lost secret, known only to me and the Elder Ones. No human could comprehend my vast knowledge. She's seriously going bonkers. You don't need to know where the blood is from. Just know that I am not Mari's killer. But we need to know where it's from so we know the killer's not her. Absolutely not! That's blasphemy! Ridiculous! Looks like we're gonna have to figure out what's going on through her rambling. Looks like we're gonna have to interpret whenever she's saying to find the truth. Tell us where the blood is from. Never, I'm never telling you! She had to have gotten it from Mari's blood, right? That's where it comes from. But see, maybe it's her own? Why does she use her own blood that... Okay, so it's not her own blood. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, her own blood, that's so gross. It's not her mind, it's everything I don't know. Agreed! There's actually another possible for her to get... Another possibility? What is it? Chet, do you think you could tell them about what you've been finding? Are you saying... Oh no, what is it? For the past few days, I noticed little cuts on my arms and other parts of my body. Has she been taking blood from me? Well, Tamako? Well, I need a blood from someone. And you got it from me? You've got plenty of it! You won't miss a pin or two. A pin! Is that why I've been so lightheaded lately? At least you're not dead, it's fine! Wait, so that means Tamako didn't take Mari's blood? That's what it looks like. I guess we can rule out Tamako's using Mari's blood for that ritual. They were back on square one. Where are we supposed to talk about now? What about the office? Yeah, there was a wet trail leading to the office. I bet that has something to do with it. And then, in the office, my poor manga. We need to find the criminal that discriminated my manga. So we'll talk about the office, I guess. Looks like we're talking about the office now. I need to think about the possibilities of what could have happened there. Now this is going to be interesting. Let's see. So, it's in the office. There was water on the floor. Maybe they could have put on coffee, so... No. And the one inside. What did you guys find? In the trash can. My manga, it was tarnished. It was absolutely horrible. No. So they ruined your manga. How? It was drenched absolutely so. You couldn't make anything of it. I'm sure the criminal who killed her did that too. But why would they tamper with some manga? That doesn't make sense. You can think. They died. That was the manga. But how could they die from the floor? No. Okay, so it's not that one. I thought it would be that one. Dispute? No. I think the killer ruined your manga, but I don't think it was just for the purpose of ruining it. What do you say? I bet you that the manga's getting ruined was collaborate damage. Collaborate damage? Are you saying the manga getting ruined was part of the killer's plan? But what could drive someone to do this? I cannot wrap my head around it. Maya, what are you suggesting is the reason for the manga was destroyed? The reason I feel like I can figure out based on the info we have. To hide a note? There's a note? A note. Where did I think of that? Oh, to absorb water. Yeah, if you think about it, to shove Mary into the tank, you will probably get soaked wet in the process. What? Of course! Anyway, what I'm saying is that the killer was probably covered in water, so they need to dry off. Are you trying to say that the killer used the manga to dry off? That's exactly it. That's stupid, using manga to dry off as if... Yeah, it's kind of fetched, don't you think? Look, like it takes some convincing to get them to believe me. The whole idea of using the manga as a towel is so stupid. Wouldn't a towel be a waiver option? Yeah, why would they use my manga? There's a reason they would ruin my manga. This whole thing is just gassing at straws. After killing Mary, the dispute. That's just ain't she. The killer wouldn't have been able to get a towel. What makes you so sure of that? Because someone saw the killer. What? When Hunter was walking out, he saw someone hiding behind the stairs. But was it too much of a rush to see who it was? And he didn't check to see who it was? I thought I was just seeing things at the time. I had just seen a dead body. Give me some slack. So I guess the killer would have had time to go back into their rooms. How can paper possibly be that absorbent? I mean, they did use my entire manga. There's a lot of paper if they used enough. They could have dried off. But that still doesn't get us anywhere. Actually, I think it does, huh? Oh, it does? First, I think we should get down to all the details in the case, though. Has we figured something out? First off, the killer saw Murray earlier in the morning in the aquarium. We can assume this has something to do with the escape hatch. On the upper level, some kind of physical conflict arose that resulted in Murray being thrown off the side and cracked her head on the ground. That does make me wonder, she must have hit the ground in a particular way to have her head smashed like that. Perhaps the killer didn't intend to be a killer. Anyway, the killer collected the bot and tossed it in the tank, possibly to throw us off and hide the true cause of death. After that, they probably heard someone coming and hid behind the stairs. After Hunter left, they probably snuck out on the nearest room to dry off, and they would have gotten wet while throwing Mari into the tank. And in there, they used Leon's manga to dry off. Perhaps they thought they would be able to find towels, and that they would have had to rejoin the group somehow. Hunter, I need to ask you something. Now, what is it? Was there anyone that wasn't in their room when you went to go get everyone? Well, there was August, but I know he was in Tamaka's room. Yeah, I was talking to her when he came to everyone. And did you see him? No, but I heard Tamako talking to him. You heard Tamako talking to him? Yeah. What was he saying? I mean, I couldn't really make it out. Maya, I think you've noticed something suspicious. Maybe. Something is suspicious about the conversation Tamaka apparently had. And you think of what it is. Guess what? You're about to play a fun little mini-game to progress the trial. Hangman's Labyrinth. Okay, so Hangman's Labyrinth is a version of Hangman you already know. Uh-huh. So it's like Pac-Man. Alright, Hangman's Labyrinth. That's where I look. 6 letters, boo. Come on! That's where I was. Come on, come on! No, this is the next letter. Alright. Next letter. R. R, U, true. Oh, ritual. Ritual! Dang it. R. Where's R? Whoa! 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 R. Hey, you, okay. I'm nothing. R. And I. Where's the I? I sign my little. I'm an I. I'm left around. What else? Okay, R. I. U. Where's the I? L. Ritual. It's not ritual. R. I. T. U. L. Yeah, ritual. Where's the I? I. R. I. Well, I need my teeth. R-I-T, T, where is it? Oh, okay. R-I-T, 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 where's T, where's T? Where's T? Take, come on! Come on! Come here! R-I-T, R-I-T, U. R-I-T, U. You, you, you. Oh, no, no! Stop doing that. It's a little easier. Come on! You! You, move! Oh, come on! I need you! R-I-T, you! I got you! Payment labyrinth cleared! Thank God! The ritual! Now you can't just yell like that after being silent for a while. That was a while! What about a ritual? Lazarus. That's right, Tamako was using to summon Diazela. Maybe you heard was the conversation, but a chant was part of the ritual. I guess it would make sense. I feel like I should have been able... We know who the killer is! Hey, it started to sound like you guys are accusing me of lying. That's because we are! Wait, August? Really? Mask, why we aren't asking Tamako about this? I mean, Tamako isn't exactly a reliable witness. She's right! Wait, what? Are we really accusing August? Yeah, are you guys serious accusing me? Don't you think it's a bit much? Yeah, don't you think we should get some more concrete evidence? We don't need it. If you think about it, he's the most likely suspect for several reasons. First off, he was able to go through the office and try off. After everyone gathered, he was probably able to rejoin the group and use Tamako as an alibi. That's a pretty serious accusation. You can't just throw it at me like that. He knew Tamako will go along with it. He latched onto her to protect his own alibi. Is Tamako really that impressionable? Yeah. Then tell us if it's true or not. No. Hey, no, you can't really expect to just suddenly place the blame on me, right? I'm pretty sure that's the exact situation going on right now. Come on, Maya, you can help me, right? Maya, so you know me. Huh? Yes, well, I guess you lied. What? You said you saw Tamako coming out of the aquarium. This claim must not be true. She hadn't seen the body until she arrived with everyone else. I can't confirm that much. I never went into the aquarium until all of you were in there. Are you serious? That's crazy. You know you're accusing me of murder, right? Tamako isn't covered you anymore, August. And you really believe her? She's the one who performed demonic rituals while a murder is going on. August, please stop. No! Yeah? I'm gonna spin around while you guys accuse me of murder. You trying to say this is serious? That's like he knows this goose is cooked. You better give me real solid evidence if you expect to say I'm a murderer. Calm down, August. Calm down? You think you should calm down? It's because I'm going to give you a chance to prove yourself, huh? Well, Maya is. Right, Maya? Well, what? August, you're going to give us your thoughts on the entire case. Give us a summary of everything, even if you think we already know. You're already going to give your perspective on the events that occurred. Maya, you're going to listen closely and pick a part of his argument to discover whether or not he's telling the truth. Why me? Because I know you have the guts to do it. I guess I have to agree with that. I'll prove you all I'm innocent. And I guess I have to go with this. Hi, I'm back with another tutorial. You want to have a rapid fire argument. Yeah. Accused will give their statement, and you'll have to pick proper reasons each time. Be careful though. If you get even one wrong, you'll have to start over. Not like that, but you won't tell you which one you got wrong. Good luck and have fun. Rapid fire argument. So Maya went into the aquarium where she met the killer. This caused a fight, most likely over... That's true. And that they got into some kind of fight that resulted in the platform and hurt her at the bottom. Next, the killer put the body in the aquarium and left. Blunt trauma. Since involved with a struggle, she had small wounds in her head, mostly from the fight. The main piece of evidence that revealed she had been killed outside of the tank was the blood stain. It can't be interfered that the tank was open when the killer arrived because the blood stain on the ground floor was untouched. Where she met the killer. This is probably a fight most likely over the escape hatch. That's true. Rather than they got into some kind of fight that resulted in Mari being pushed off the platform and hitting her head at the bottom. That's true. true, that's true. Blunt trauma. Was it the fall? Let's say untouched. Oh my word, I'm an idiot! I thought it was because of the fight, but it was from the fall. Okay, I'm an idiot. That's all true. Maria approached by the killer after the tank has been opened, which is why the blessing wasn't vanishing away. As the killer also knew where the hatches, it would have immediately realized that she was trying to do, which is what started the fight. After throwing Marie off the ledge, the killer decided to try to hide the cause of death by throwing her body into the aquarium tank. However, the blood stain on the ground floor and the wounds on her body were enough to help us figure out the truth. And that's how Mary was murdered. We're still need to discuss the details about it. Start. Next up would be right. Thomas performing a ritual to summon a demon named. Yes. This involved the use of blood candles and various chalked down sigils. That's true. She claims to have been trying to convince the demon to give her the power necessary to escape. No, it would be the knowledge. Let me check this in this case. In order to get blood, she was for both herself and she. That's false. When I saw her leaving the aquarium, I followed her to her room where I watched her perform the ritual. Not possible. Then I confronted her about it. Like any... You're lying. That's false. Tamako and I went to the aquarium together where we found... Okay, so let's see. Piazza, that was the right answer. So let's see. Sigil. That is true. No. She was asked. No, that was false. She was asking him to help guide her to find the evidence, to find the hatch. Okay, that I remember. That I remember. Now I have to think. She says to herself that she doesn't use any other blood. So only Chet's blood. That's true. Not possible. You're lying. That's false. Well, they did it. No. I mean, it's true that they did went to the button together, but he must have gone ahead first. Then Tamako came in. I don't know. I think that's true. This is the part where your alibi starts falling apart. While the murder was going on, Tamako was performing a ritual to communicate with it so that he would tell her where the exit is. There was nothing about granting powers. As for the blood used, there is no proof that it was her own, but there is evidence seriously suggesting it was for Chet. From the looks of it, he had been using a syringe of some other kind of tool to extract blood on him, without his knowledge. As suspicious as she was still surprised when she saw Mary's body, unlike a certain someone. When you arrived, you barely seemed surprised. The least you could have done was act the part. As Tamako was on her way to the aquarium, you approached her and convinced her to go along with your plan to establish an alibi. However, once we found out that she hadn't actually been in the aquarium, your alibi fell apart. Next up, why don't you talk about the killer's actions after the murder, specifically regarding the office? After the murder, the killer heard Hunter coming, so they hid behind the stairs. That is true. Rising and in a rush, Hunter bolted out and failed to notice who the person behind the stair was, and only saw a shadow. That is true. After he left, the killer went to the closest room to dry out, which was the office. That's true. they went to any other rooms first, as there was a... We aren't quite sure if they went to any other rooms first, as there wasn't any kind of trail. That's true. At the office, they took Leon's horror manga and used it to dry off. Horror manga? That's true? Yeah. That's true. Start. After the murder, the killer heard 100 times and he hid behind the stairs. That is true. Yes. Yes. I must have missed something here. Well, there was a trail, but only leading to the office. A horror manga? Wait. How would they know it's a horror manga? How would he know it's a horror manga? How would they know it's a horror manga, though? Normally people would be that absorbed, but there was another that caused the ruin in the manga. That's true. At the dryer. That's true. So we're talking about the event after the murder. They were probably interrupted by Hunter and were unable to hide the evidence. They were able to escape detection by hiding behind the stairs, and Hunter was in too much of a rush to notice them. After he left, they snuck to the office, and most likely they didn't stop anywhere else as they left a trail. Outside of the aquarium was a trail of wire that led to the office. So yeah, the killer most likely used one of his manga to dry off, which I imagine must have been very tedious, considering they burned through the whole thing. Drying out the manga was soaked, so they had to dump it in the trash can, leaving the manga completely destroyed. Once the manga was trashed, they must have rejoined the group and discovered the body. But there's something you said that kind of stood out to me. You didn't just saw the killer dried off with any manga. You said they dried off with a horror manga. How would you know it was a horror manga? I don't recall you being interested in Leon's manga, and I can't imagine any other time when you might have seen it. When the killer used the manga to dry off, it was completely ruined, leaving it 100% unreadable. How could you have possibly known the gem of the manga? That one contradiction is too big to ignore it, considering all of the evidence that's been soaked up against you. I can say without a doubt that if the sister is among us, it would be you. She's made a really good point. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously gonna believe her? She's a moron, for crying out loud. And you guys are trusting her to solve a murder? I mean, it makes sense for it to be you, and the clues aren't pointing towards anyone else. You were also revealed to be lying. Well, why would you lie if not to hide your involvement? Just give up, man. It was clearly you. You can't. There's no... Mail laid out the facts. Plain and simple. There's nobody else it could have been. I need to do it again. What? Not everyone is convinced. I don't even think he is convinced. I need to go over everything again so everyone can be confident that we solved it. So you want to go over the details of the crime again? Did you just do that? I need to do this for myself, for everyone here, and for Marie. I suppose we have all the time in the world. Do what you will. I need everyone to see the truth of this case. I'll go over every detail so all can see who the true killer is without any doubt of your mind. I'll do it for myself, if everyone here, for August, and for Murray. Nice! It started when I told Murray about the escape hatch. She took it upon herself to use the hatch and get help for everyone. Well, she didn't know that the killer had a similar plan and view her as the competition. The killer must have also known about the hatch, having found on their own. The killer approached Mari, probably using the element of surprise in the dead of night. They pushed Mari off of the upper part of the aquarium. Why not just confront her and talk to her? Mari flew from the bottom part of the aquarium. The angle she fell must have made her land right on her head as it split for the second to hit on the ground. On Sunday we'll get to actually piece it out together, but then that's okay. At least we figured out who it is. The killer most likely watched as if they realized they had become a murderer, and that they would have to hide their crime. The killer hauled Marie's body to the upper level of the aquarium. From there, they threw her body in the tank, which must have gotten them soaked wet. Before the killer was able to clean up their trial, they heard someone coming. Before that person could arrive, they hid behind the stairs got into the shadow as best as they could. The person to come in was Hunter, who was immediately horrified by the body floating by the tank. As soon as he perceived what was in front of him, he dashed out of the aquarium to get everyone else. After the killer was sure he was gone, they snuck out themselves. The place they were going was the office. In the office they found Leon's manga. Desperate for anything to dry up, they used the surprisingly absorbent paper to dry themselves off, which ruined the paper. After drying out, the killer kept an eye on the hallway, looking for a place to join the crowd. Then along came Tomoko. After meeting up with her, the killer was able to figure out an alibi to hide on their own facts. However, you got caught up in your own lies when you found out. The killer is you. Oh my word! I found my thumbnail! Nice! August Clarke, the SHSO model. Everyone stared at August, who is sweating profusely and trying to sputter out some kind of sentence. You can't do this to me. You can't just send me to my death. But if we don't pick the right person, all of us die. You're the one that killed her. Take responsibility for your actions. You can't do this to me. I can't die here. Not now. I can't believe I was involved in a murder plot. It wasn't my first time, of course, but certainly nothing less. I'm not ready. Nobody ever is. But that doesn't matter because it's voting time! Our carapaws all buzz and we pull them out. The screens have a 4-4 grid with the face of everyone there. Everyone votes and Carrigan begins to drum roll. You all voted August Clarke and you were correct! So it was really him. We were right. I'm glad we got it right, but I suppose this victory has a grim lining. Are you really gonna execute him? Of course I will, but first, why don't hear from the man of the hour himself? I guess you want me to explain myself. That would be nice, yeah. So obviously I found the hatch, the one everyone's been looking for. I've known about it for a few days. It's like this tone totally shifted. Well, what do you expect me to do? Deny it further? It was a bit late for that. Anyway, I knew about the hatch, but was sort of biding my time. I wanted to make sure I was ready first. I chose last night to make my escape. Unfortunately, I wasn't the only one. Murray was there, ready to go through, and I knew I had to do something about it, so I did. I tended to just throw her to the side and make it through before her, but before I knew it, I thrown her off the side. You know, normally a fall like that would have killed someone. It would hurt like crazy, but it wouldn't kill you. I guess I was just unlucky. The angle she hit to the ground was just enough to crack her head open. I looked over the ledge, expecting to see her unconscious, but instead I was her dead body in a pool of her own blood. And from there, I resolved myself. I knew there wasn't enough time to get out, so I would have to escape using the other method. And you failed. Yeah, I failed. So now, do I get executed? Yeah, Peroni! Alright, I guess. I suppose I buried my own grave when I killed her, huh? Oh, onto your butt, kid! I'll be seeing you guys later. Actually, I guess I won't be. I prepared a special punishment for August Clarke, the SHSO model! This really sucks, huh? Be faced with your own death. Glad I won't have to do it again. Let's do this! Let's give it everything we got! It's punishment time! August Clarke, the SHSO model, has been found guilty for the murder of Marie Filter. August finds himself in a dark room. The only lights are flash of cameras going off around him. There seems to be no end to the room, but there is one thing underneath him. August is sitting on a red carpet. On a very deep use of light is visible enough on the scarlet ground. August presently begins to follow the carpet designated path. August slowly walks along the path, taking his step by a slow step. The heat from the camera flashes mixed with the heavy sense of dread cause August's skin to get coated with a layer of sweat. Eventually, August reaches the end of the carpet. The guillotine stands in front of him. August, the camera flashes of a huge blade. It stands tall, a horrified monument of death staring August down. August stares out at the guillotine in horror, terrified to take another step. Before I can do another step... Hold on. Last line on the carpet. Laying it as even deeper red. Eventually, it starts stopping, and the blood-stained carpet, along with August's remains, fade away. So, what do you think? Not bad for the first execution, don't you think? Jeez, such brutality. Are you kidding me? They mutilated him. What did you think of that twist at the end? I'm pretty proud of it, if I do say so myself. Proud? You're proud of that? How can you be so casual about killing someone? I feel sick to my stomach. That whole thing was the gruesome. This was the second dead body I've seen today. Will I see any more? I look around at people's faces. They were all terrified. We look back and forth, trying to make sense of the situation. They say that dreams are the mind progressing the information that you receive during the day. Dreams are what we use to cope with our everyday lives at the end of the day. It's how we make sense of our lives. But what happens when things just don't make sense? What happens when things happen for no reason? When there's no apparent cause and effect? When there's no method to the madness? Nor a solution to the problem. What we're doing right now is trying to perceive what just happened. We looked around in a dreamlike state, trying to perceive the day we've had. We're trying to come up with a reason, a solution, an excuse. 2 people died today, one of them brutalized right before our eyes. What reason could there possibly be? So what happened when there's no sense to make sense of? Maybe that's where nightmares come from, which I suppose fits the situation we're in right now. Chapter 1, End. That is the end of Danganronpa H2O, Chapter 1, Part 2. That was really impressive. The class trial, the minigames were kind of hard, but still, this was actually a really good game. This is actually really good. Not gonna lie, it did have a few flaws here and there, but I will admit, I kind of agree that this is a little different than an original Danganronpa game, so I can understand that. But this is so good. This game is just so excellent, and I love it. To the creators of this game, you did an excellent job making this. So I cannot wait to play Chapters 2 of Danganronpa H2O. What will happen next on H2O? Only time will tell. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. It really means a lot to me if you do that. Oh, but one more thing. The execution was kinda slow paced because you have to press enter in order to proceed it. But I don't mind. I don't mind. I mean, this is kind of a beta version, but I like it. I like it that you can actually take the time to see that. So you can actually just witness the great despair within their eyes. So you did a great job, creators. So goodbye everybody, and let's see what happens next on the next video. Subscribe, share this video with your friends, Discord server, link in the description box down below. Join the guild today. I'm planning to do some more videos very soon, and hopefully a brand new video, Let's Play, of Picture Price. You'll see very soon what I mean by that in the description box below on that video. Goodbye everybody, and you're all dismissed.